Imagine a common enemy that affects 1 in 4 adults yet remains unseen. Yes, we're talking about arthritis. Arthritis, often mistaken as a condition that solely plagues the elderly, is a formidable foe that doesn't discriminate. It's a widespread misconception that arthritis is an old person's disease. In reality, this invisible enemy can strike anyone at any age, even men in their mid-20s to mid-30s. So, what exactly is arthritis? In its simplest terms, arthritis is inflammation of one or more joints, causing pain and discomfort. It's not a single disease, it's an umbrella term that covers more than 100 different conditions. The most common types include osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and gout. Now, you might be thinking, I'm young, I'm active, I'm invincible. Arthritis is not on my radar. But here's the twist. Arthritis doesn't care about your gym membership or your age. In fact, it's estimated that nearly 2/3 of people with arthritis are under the age of 65. It's a silent invader, subtly creeping in, often unnoticed until the damage is done. It starts with a little stiffness in the morning, a twinge of pain in your knee after a run, or a persistent ache in your wrist. It's easy to brush these signs off, attributing them to a hard workout or a busy day. But ignoring these early signs can lead to long-term joint damage, chronic pain, and loss of mobility. The good news is arthritis is manageable, and in some cases preventable. A combination of healthy lifestyle choices, including diet, exercise, and regular checkups, can go a long way in keeping this invader at bay. So if you've been under the impression that arthritis is an old person's disease, it's time to think again. It's not about age, it's about awareness and action. Now that you know arthritis isn't just an old person's disease, let's dive into how you can fight it. Did you know that what you eat can directly influence your arthritis symptoms? That's right, your diet plays a significant role in managing your arthritis, and it all boils down to one key factor: inflammation. Now, inflammation is a normal response in the body. It's like your body's alarm system, alerting your immune system to repair damage or fight off harmful invaders. But with arthritis, this alarm system is constantly ringing, leading to chronic inflammation that can cause stiffness, pain, and swelling in the joints. So, what does this have to do with food? Well, certain foods are like fuel to this inflammation fire. They can trigger your body's alarm system even when there's no real danger, exacerbating your arthritis symptoms. Think of it like a noisy neighbor who keeps setting off fireworks at all hours of the night. Sure, the first few times you might jump up to see what's going on, but after a while, you just want to sleep, right? That's your body dealing with chronic inflammation. It's constantly on high alert, and over time this can lead to wear and tear on your joints. On the flip side, some foods can help to dampen this inflammation response. They're like your friendly neighborhood watch, keeping things calm and quiet. Including these foods in your diet can help to reduce your arthritis symptoms and improve your overall health. So if your diet can either fan the flames of inflammation or help to put them out, it's crucial to know which foods to eat and which ones to avoid. By making informed choices about your diet, you can take control of your arthritis and improve your quality of life. But it's not just about what you eat, it's also about how much you eat. Overeating can lead to obesity, which puts extra pressure on your joints and can worsen arthritis symptoms. So maintaining a healthy weight is another important aspect of managing your arthritis through diet. If you're wondering what foods to avoid, stay tuned. In the next segment, we'll delve into the 7 foods that can worsen arthritis symptoms and what you can replace them with. It's time to unveil the first 3 of the 7 food culprits that can worsen your arthritis. First up, processed and fried foods. These are the sneaky villains in your diet. They may taste good, but they're packed with trans fats, which are known to trigger systemic inflammation. This is particularly harmful to those with arthritis, as it can exacerbate joint pain and stiffness. So next time you're tempted by that crispy fried chicken or those convenient microwave meals, remember, your joints won't thank you for it. Next in line is the sweet devil sugars and refined carbs. Refined sugars are major inflammation instigators. They lead to the release of inflammatory messengers called cytokines, and those sweet treats you love? They're full of high fructose corn syrup, a sweetener that's a major source of harmful advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, which can stimulate inflammation. On the other hand, refined carbs found in white bread and pastries are high on the glycemic index, triggering a rapid rise in blood sugar and stimulating inflammation. So when your sweet tooth kicks in, think twice before indulging. Lastly, for this segment, let's talk about dairy products. Surprised? Many people are. But here's the scoop. For some, dairy products can contribute to arthritis pain due to the type of protein they contain. For these individuals, this protein may irritate the tissue around their joints. Others may struggle with the saturated fats in dairy, which can trigger inflammation. So, if you've noticed a pattern of increased joint pain after a dairy-filled meal, it might be time to consider alternatives. And there you have it, the first 3 food foes in the fight against arthritis: processed and fried foods, sugars and refined carbs, and dairy products. Remember, knowledge is power. The better you understand these triggers, the better you can manage your arthritis symptoms. Wondering what the other 4 culprits are? Don't go anywhere. Scene script. Ready for the remaining 4 food offenders? Let's jump right in. First up on our list is alcohol and tobacco. Now, we're not here to lecture you on vices, but the truth is, these substances can trigger inflammation in your body, worsening arthritis symptoms. Regular consumption of alcohol and tobacco can also interfere with the effectiveness of your medications. So it's worth considering if that Friday night beer is really worth it. Next, we have everyone's guilty pleasure: salt and preservatives. These sneaky culprits are often hidden in processed foods, giving them a longer shelf life but potentially shortening yours. Excessive salt can lead to fluid retention and increased blood pressure, both of which can escalate arthritis symptoms. So next time you're grocery shopping, take a moment to read the labels and choose low-sodium options. Our third offender is corn oil. Now you might wonder, why corn oil? Isn't it supposed to be healthy? Well, corn oil is rich in omega-6 fatty acids. While these are essential for our bodies, an imbalance between omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids can lead to inflammation. And as we've discussed, inflammation is an arthritis enemy. So try swapping corn oil with olive oil, which is high in omega-3s and has anti-inflammatory properties. Finally, we have certain meats. Specifically, red and processed meats have been associated with inflammation and worsening of arthritis symptoms. These meats are high in saturated fats, which can increase inflammation. So, consider opting for lean meats like chicken or fish, which are lower in saturated fats and can help reduce inflammation. Now that you know the 7 foods to avoid, you're better equipped in your battle against arthritis. Remember, knowledge is power. Use this information to make informed choices and to manage your arthritis better. Stay tuned for our next segment, where we'll discuss some tasty and healthy substitutions for these food offenders. Avoiding these foods doesn't mean your meals have to be boring. Here are some tasty substitutions. First, let's tackle the refined carbs conundrum. Instead of reaching for that white bread or pasta, opt for whole grains. They're packed with fiber, which can help reduce inflammation. Think brown rice, quinoa, or whole grain bread. These options are not only healthier, but they also add a delightful texture and flavor to your dishes. Moving on to the world of oils. While corn oil might be a common choice in many kitchens, it's not the best for those with arthritis. Instead, consider using olive oil. It's rich in monounsaturated fats and contains an anti-inflammatory compound called oleocanthal, which has similar properties to anti-inflammatory drugs. Not only is it better for your joints, but it also adds a lovely rich flavor to your meals. Next up, we have the sugary drinks. Now, we all love a sweet treat, but those fizzy drinks aren't doing your joints any favors. Instead, why not try infusing your water with fresh fruits or herbs? It's a refreshing and natural way to add flavor to your hydration routine. For the red meat lovers out there, it might be hard to hear, but it might be time to explore other protein sources. Fish like salmon and mackerel are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which can help reduce inflammation. If you're not a fan of fish, try lean poultry or plant-based proteins like lentils or chickpeas. As for fried foods, a healthier alternative would be to go for baked or grilled versions. And if you're craving something salty, instead of reaching for those processed snacks, why not try homemade popcorn or nuts? And lastly, replace the salty, processed foods with fresh fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins. These foods are not only low in sodium but also high in antioxidants that can help reduce inflammation. With these substitutions, you can enjoy your meals while keeping your arthritis symptoms at bay. Let's talk about an arthritis-friendly diet that can support your fight against this unseen enemy. Imagine a diet filled with colorful fruits, crunchy vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. This isn't just a dream, it's the Mediterranean diet, and it's a powerful ally for those battling arthritis. Originating from the eating habits of those in countries bordering the Mediterranean Sea, This diet isn't about strict restrictions, but rather focuses on wholesome, natural foods, and yes, even a bit of red wine. Research has shown that the Mediterranean diet can help reduce inflammation, a key culprit in arthritis pain. This diet emphasizes fruits and vegetables, both of which are packed with antioxidants that can help combat inflammation. It also includes plenty of fish, a fantastic source of omega-3 fatty acids known for their anti-inflammatory properties. But it's not just what you eat, it's also how you eat. The Mediterranean lifestyle encourages enjoying meals slowly and savoring every bite. It's about making mealtime a joyful experience and not just a quick pit stop for fuel. The Mediterranean diet is just one example of a balanced, arthritis-friendly diet. The key is to focus on a variety of nutrient-rich foods while minimizing processed foods and those high in sugars and unhealthy fats. A balanced diet can help you maintain a healthy weight, which is crucial in managing arthritis as excess weight puts additional pressure on your joints. Remember, a good diet is not a magic cure-all, but it is an essential part of managing your arthritis. It's also important to keep in mind that everyone is different, and what works for one person might not work for another. It's beneficial to work with a healthcare professional or a dietitian to tailor a diet plan that fits your individual needs. In the end, it all boils down to making smart choices about what you put into your body. The food you eat can either be the safest and most powerful form of medicine or the slowest form of poison. Remember, a good diet is a powerful tool in managing your arthritis. Arthritis is a common enemy, but it doesn't have to take over your life. We've journeyed together today, dissecting the intricate relationship between arthritis and the food we eat, and we've discovered some eye-opening facts. Let's take a moment to revisit the key takeaways from our discussion. We started off by understanding arthritis, a condition that affects millions around the globe, causing joint pain and inflammation. We then delved into the food-arthritis connection, exploring how certain foods could potentially worsen the symptoms of arthritis, while others could help alleviate them. We unpacked the 7 food culprits that could aggravate arthritis symptoms. These included sugar-laden foods, processed and fried foods, certain types of dairy products, alcohol, tobacco, salt and preservatives, and even some types of meat. We discussed how these foods can trigger inflammation, exacerbate pain, and generally make life with arthritis more challenging. But it wasn't all doom and gloom. We also explored some healthier alternatives. We suggested substituting refined sugars with natural sweeteners, replacing processed foods with whole foods, opting for plant-based proteins over certain meats, and moderating alcohol and salt intake. We concluded by outlining the ideal arthritis-friendly diet, emphasizing the importance of a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. We underscored the potential benefits of such a diet in managing arthritis symptoms, improving overall health, and enhancing quality of life. However, it's crucial to remember that everyone's body responds differently to different foods. What works for one person might not work for another. Therefore, before making any significant dietary changes, always consult with a healthcare professional. They can provide personalized advice based on your specific condition, dietary needs, and lifestyle. Now, we'd like to hear from you. We've talked about the foods to avoid and the foods to embrace, and we know that making dietary changes can be challenging. So, before we end, here's a question. What's one food you'd find hard to give up for managing your arthritis? Share with us in the comments below. Remember, you're not alone in this fight. Your comments, your experiences, your stories matter. They contribute to this vibrant community of individuals committed to understanding arthritis and finding ways to live better with it. So, let's start a conversation. Let's learn from each other. Let's support each other. After all, it's not just about fighting arthritis, it's about reclaiming our lives from it. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, stay strong, stay positive, and stay informed.